5 things that you're grateful for that happened in the last 24 hours. Please write those down right now. I'm going to grab my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 sheet. This crazy hair. 5 things that you're grateful for that have happened in the last 24 hours. We need to do that. Right after that, I want you to go into the affirmations that maybe you say all the time, but I want you to write down 2 or 3 that are possibly your goals this week. Like, I am enrolling 5 new free accounts, or 10. I am adding a new promoter. I am adding 2 new customers, things like that. Those are positive affirmations I want you to write down. Those are your, whatever your goals are. I want you to set 3 goals for this week. But I want you to say your other affirmations out loud as well. I'm going to mute so I can say mine. And like on mine, where I say I'm enrolling 5 new free accounts this week, I actually put 5 blank lines so I can put their names in there. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and start our custom conscious comments. But the first thing I want you to do is I want you to bring up your cloud office, your back office. And I want you to go to My Customers. I'm going to go to My Team, My Customers, and I'm going to do customer. I'm going to sort by customer since. So I have one from last week that's right here at the beginning. She has not ordered, so I'm just assuming. I don't know this person. She must have just created an account on her own. I don't know. Anyway, I am going by those customers that have came in the last few weeks. That's kind of where I started. And I'm just going to Facebook. I actually started this last week, so some of them I've already interacted with. But here's this person. I'm going to pull up her name. I cannot remember if I got her off of Facebook or not. And I'm going to go interact with her somewhere. I'm going to do a custom conscious comment on her stuff, because here's the deal. She hasn't ordered yet because apparently she's not educated enough on our products yet. So I'm going to start interacting with her, not necessarily about Thrive. And maybe she will start to see my stuff, and then hopefully we'll be better for it. So I want you to go to My Customers, sort by the last time they were a customer, and I want you to start looking at those people and start engaging with them. Those are going to be your custom conscious comments. If you don't know what that is, that means I'm going to go to this person. I'm going to find a picture, or this one, she just posted a recipe, and I'm going to read about it. And I'm going to comment, and I'm going to end with a question, because I want her to come back and talk to me. This has nothing to do with Thrive. We are just custom conscious comments. Let's do our first 10 and go. So like this one, created a free account with me, was really intrigued, but I see now looking at their Facebook that they went on a ski trip. So that's probably why he hasn't really responded to me. And I was like, oh my gosh, my kids love to ski. What resort are you guys at? So just trying to engage in a conversation. If you literally looked through all of your free accounts, you might actually be surprised, even some that you may have enrolled years ago, that you just haven't engaged with them. And maybe that's why they haven't seen your stuff, or they've went MIA or something. But it's a great way to just go find out. Find out. Now, after you've kind of done that for a few minutes, if you want to go ahead and go in and do your birthdays, please do so. I wait to the day after. So as of yesterday, I think I only had 3 to do this morning of birthdays yesterday. But you can always, if you don't want to do birthdays on the day of, you can do yesterday's, any from last week, or you can say, hey, before Monday's a great time to do this. Put it on their wall. Hey, before my week gets away from me, I would just love, I just wanted to wish you a happy, happy birthday. So do you get to do anything special for your big day? Just an idea of things that you could do to do more custom conscious comments. Birthdays are a great one. That way you hit everybody. Actually, I don't think I went in and did Mike's birthdays yesterday, so there's a good one. So go in and do yesterday's. You can do today's or do this week's birthdays, whatever you want to do, but let's go do some of those custom conscious comments. Please write down when you're doing your birthdays, the people who are not drivers with you. They get a separate message. If you did future birthdays, that could really take you a while. But you could knock them out for the week and be the first one to tell everybody happy birthday. Why am I not seeing this? All right, so our custom conscious comments are always super important. The reason we want to do those first is because that is getting our algorithms ready to go on to our next step. Is everybody caught up with me? If you haven't finished those steps, please feel free to go back and do them throughout the day. And I always have to say this, we all sometimes get to doing our scrolling in Facebook, especially when we're bored, we'll just start scrolling in Facebook. Please be conscious about it. And when you see somebody who's not a thriver, just make a comment and end with a question. Two birds, one stone. There you go. Okay. So let's go into, I'm going to change things up a little bit now that you have done all your custom conscious comments. Let's go to the Lavelle fan page. Find a story, do not share it. I know, I just messed that up for y'all, didn't I? We're gonna try something different, see if we get some different interaction, but go to the Lavelle fan page, find a story that you like, real quick. I usually like somebody who posts some really good before and after pictures because that to me just seems to be, oh, this one right here at the beginning. And so I want you to save their pictures. Oh, good. Hers is just one picture. That makes it easy. Save her pictures, copy her story or the story. And instead of hitting the share button, I just want you to go post that. So go over to your Facebook page. Add the photo that you just saved. Oh, I'm gonna do it on this computer. It takes forever. And then just paste what you copied from her story. In other words, instead of just sharing it and say something about it, it actually looks like it's your post. Apparently this is getting more feedback. Sharing a story every day, whether you hit the share button or just posting about a Lavelle story every day, is going to be super important. And I actually put it on my to-do list every day, because if not, I'm telling you, the day can pass and I will have not gotten it done. And it's important to get it done. Just save this dang picture and it is not downloading. I'm telling you, that computer is slow as Christmas. I can't stand it. This will also count as one of your social media posts. And if you get finished with that, feel free. That is really, this girl's before and after pictures are crazy. Jessica Rivera, do y'all see this? See, this will just be so much faster for me to just do it from here. My computer is still trying to download the picture. That is ridiculous. That is a crazy difference. So that's going to count as one of my social media. But okay, so we have done some custom conscious comments. We've written out our goals for this week. Y'all just put in chat, what are some of the realistic goals that you wrote down for this week? I just want to know. Like, I kind of want to halfway hold you accountable, though I may not see them ever. Okay. Susan, when you work Mike's account, do you do all the 3 social media posts too? I do my best. Mike has like 600 friends, and this is hard. I try to go in and do his custom conscious comments, but he doesn't have quality friends on there other than thrivers. So I do try to go in there, and a lot of times I will tag him in my stories, so they'll show up with his stuff too. They won't show up in his stories, but they'll show up as him being tagged, so his friends will see it as well. It's funny. Everybody knows, not everybody, but like his kids and all know that I work his social media. So when he actually posts something, they'll be like, that was well written, Susan. I'm like, I actually didn't do that. He did that. Believe it or not. He probably gets on Facebook about once a month, if that. I also have to be careful because Mike has a job. And if I'm posting on his social media during work hours as him, it could look like he's on social media while he's at work. So I have to really work around his schedule. One time, I have to tell y'all, I sent a birthday message to a person on his Facebook. Okay. That person responded to me thinking they were responding to Mike. And then it almost got weird. And I was like, it was so funny. I finally said, are you sitting next to Mike? Because this is his wife. And he said, yes, I am. And so they were playing me on Mike's face. It was funny. I was like, y'all are crazy. But anyway, that guy started thriving with us because I guess it was so funny. I don't know. And his birthdays are weird. They don't pop up right either. Crazy. Okay. So did y'all all get that shared or share a story? Let's just put that on your to-do list every day. Okay, now it's time for us to go work our stories. Oh, let me go look at all these goals real quick. I love this. While I'm reading through these, I want you to go work your stories. So, and y'all can go check out mine. But I always, I'm telling y'all, I'll go to my Instagram and I will pull up an old Instagram post from maybe 6 months ago and reuse that stuff. Then it saves again and it makes it very easy for me to just go right into Facebook and post it. I do not have my Facebook and Instagram connected. It's two different things. But like today, I did an inspirational that one of my customers sent me yesterday because she knows she's watched me. She watched me for a year before she joined me, but she knows every morning I start out with something inspirational. So she sent that to me yesterday. She said, hey, here's a good Monday morning post for you. This graphic. I was like, you're so awesome. I love that they know me that well now. So I did something inspirational. I talked about my 3 steps and why I take those. Then I did another inspirational. Then I did some before and after pictures, all that were already saved in my phone. And then I ended with another inspirational. I don't know. It's kind of on a roll this morning. And if you don't know what I mean, you can go to my Facebook stories and just look at them. Maybe don't share exactly what I did today, but save the pictures. Just hold it down, screenshot it, and save it to your stuff and use it tomorrow. I probably stole it from somebody else, so it's okay. I didn't do a poll today because I'm still working my poll from yesterday. That was talking about if people wanted to try it or not. And then today I put on my to-do list to really go try to figure out my LinkedIn. I've had a LinkedIn account since well before I started Thrive, and I do not work it. And I am apparently missing the boat over there. So I got to get in there and get that done. And right now I'm posting everything that I did on Facebook and Instagram to my Snapchat. I'm going to hit all areas of social media today. Woo! Okay, I'm changing 5 new lives this week. Good job, Charlene. 2 customers, 10 free accounts. Got to definitely get those free accounts in there. I actually have thrivers and non-thrivers, Stacy, answer my polls. And then a lot of times they were like, oh, I didn't mean to hit that. That's totally okay. And that happens all the time. They're like, oh, I didn't mean to hit your poll. Sorry, blah, 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 blah. But I come back and go, no, that's totally okay. But you know what? When you're ready to thrive, will you please think of me first? And of course, they're always like, yeah, I mean, I don't get mad at them. I don't ignore them. I actually say something back to me, back to them. So then when I actually, and I put them on a list, because then one day I'm going to say, hey, I know you accidentally clicked that poll 3 months ago, whatever, but would you mind if I just went ahead and sent you some information about it? And that way you don't have to worry about it if you click it again or not. And most of the time they're open and they're game, or their birthday rolls around. You just never know. 4 new thrivers. Good. Poor Becky. She'd been at home sick. We needed her to, she's going to Cabo with me. So we needed her to get over that. Interact with 30 of my free accounts. Yeah. Carissa, interacting with those free accounts, that's going to be huge. And that is going to be a very conscious thing that I'm going to have to do this week. It definitely keeps me from scrolling because I just pull up their name. So there you go. All right. Has everybody finished up that social media? That may take you a little bit more time, and that's totally okay. You got all day, right? Nooks and crannies of your day. All right. So you can already write down that you've been on something with 25 leaders. So you've definitely learned some stuff there. How many of you, put in the chat, you're welcome, Jennifer. 2 new customers have Instagram stories to follow. Yes, Instagram stories, save those. Those are awesome. I'm just reading all this stuff. How many of you are jumping on our Lunch and Grow series since we started it back up? They're on Mondays and Thursdays. Today is Chastity Marie, and I was on a 6 a.m. Zoom with Chastity this morning. I mean, the girl's ideas are crazy, and she's going to spend 30 minutes with you guys today. We do record those, so don't stress about it. Last week was Randy Clemens. He was great. But how many of you actually jump on them? Because, I mean, being on their live is awesome, but I really want to encourage you to make sure you get it on the list. If you cannot be on the Zoom today with Chastity, that you put it at the top of your list to go back and watch the recording. The recording will be on mine or Natasha's YouTube channel for sure, or we'll most likely post it in the group. And I'm going to tell you, like Chastity's today, I'll record it, but I'll go back and I'll listen to it because if you heard me and Lindsay talk this morning, there's things that we miss. We can't be on everything, or there's something that we heard that we were like, dang, that was a good one. And I'll write it down. And when I'm in the car or I'm doing laundry or whatever around my house, I just turn it on so I can listen to it again. There was one that Courtney Glazer did on the opportunity, and Lindsay and I have probably, I think it was Courtney, may have been Natasha. I don't remember. We've listened to it at least 2 or 3 times just to get it embedded in our heads. And we feel like we're really good at this business, but sometimes you need just a little extra, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, always pop in your earbuds. Nobody else has to listen to your stuff, so that's okay. All right, let's finish up. We have about 2 more minutes. I want you to go to your groups. Do you have a group? Are you in a group? I have a parent group. I have a golden retriever group. I have an Aggie group. Last night I got added to a healthy foods group. I'm going to go in and interact with them. The point is to be interacting with non-thrivers. This is your cold market. You don't know most of these people. So here's something that I heard on that 6 a.m. Zoom this morning. Let's say I'm going to my golden retriever group. Okay. A lot of people in here. I'm going to scroll through and I'm going to comment on probably 3 or 4 different people's stuff. A custom conscious comment, same thing. That's me interacting in my group. But then I need to go friend those people. Now, here's the deal. I don't know them. So they're probably like, we have no friends in common, but they'll see that we have this group in common. I'm going to friend them today. The girl this morning says she friends 50 people in her group a day. That would overwhelm me. I'm not doing that. If I do 5, I'm going to write their names down. I'm going to hope that they accept my friend request this week, but sometime I'm going to go into their messenger and say, hey, I'm trying to connect with you from our golden retriever group. I loved your ideas and just wanted to connect with you on Facebook. Just something kind of introduces myself to them, because we don't have anybody in common. But these have been some of the best, because now when I'm in some of those groups, I see those same people again, and we've almost became like actual friends because we have something in common. It is a process, but this is your cold market that will eventually turn into a thriver. Now mine's about dogs. Lindsay's is Weight Watchers. So there's all kinds. Okay. So I want you to go do custom conscious comments in one of your groups today. If you've got more than, if you're in 27 groups and you don't even work them, you need to get out of some of those. You need to pick 2 to 5 that you consciously want to engage in every week. Okay. But go interact with some people, go friend request at least 5. If you're the overachiever and you don't have enough friends, friend 50. Just don't get spammed. Okay. That could be creepy, but, this is kind of a big deal. This is it helps a lot. There's some cute golden retrievers in these posts. I think mine's the cutest, but if you ever notice, all golden retrievers pretty much look the same. All right, so I'm going to pop off of here because I got to get all the other stuff done on my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 sheet. And before we get into our 11:45 thing today, busy day. Thanks to all of you for jumping on this morning. I super appreciate you taking the time. All right, just wanted to catch up on that chat. Recording will be posted shortly. Bye, guys.